Hey, mm, it's gonna be looking like one of those days. Um, yeah, it's one of those dark tech days. We're not gonna do 7 hours this time. It gets pretty much done after 7 hours of work, and then we can go and spend other time doing little tweaks here and there just to fix up a whole bunch of stuff for the rest of the song. We're gonna be looking at about an hour and 20 minutes today, so I don't expect much to be getting done, because for the first, 15 to 20 minutes is what we're gonna do, is while I start to progressively get more and more comfortable. We're out of smokes, we're unable to just sit here and do the normal thing, and just trying to keep myself a little bit more reasonable when it comes to not needing that, but I think we might end up quitting out early to go stop by the gas station, and then we're gonna start the stream because season 4 is out for Modern Warfare. So now, anything that's pissing me off, if I were to really talk about it, I think about the embarrassment of what things come to be, and that would be how embarrassing do you have to be genuine to be one of those assholes that starts to learn music production, has some motherfucker do tutorials live on Twitch saying that they're going to learn into talent and be the best thing ever. Now that you get a huge ass following of people. It's not about that. It's definitely not about that, and it's irritating as fuck when you're trying to run clout, acting like you're a fucking badass. Some people, like, I will give it to them. Like, they're really about that, and they can actually make something decent. And they can actually do shit because they know shit, and that's who they are. But most of this shit is definitely not the case in Kaz. I did a lot delusionally thinking that my shit was good, and that I learned all the stuff that I just hated about it. Like anyone that starts music production when they're a fucking child. You know how it's like, you gotta learn to walk before you run. You gotta pull out of your infancy phase, and then you can reasonably stop being the asshole in the playground that says that they got something that they don't have, because they're a douchebag. Real world talk. We're gonna start by running flex, because I just wanna also grab serum just to set up a MIDI pattern. We're gonna keep everything at 130 again. Everything has been playing at 130. I don't really want to change it. I haven't really cared too much. We're just gonna set notes on. I can get these to play the right channel. Oh shit, I do need to do something. I need to make sure that while this is supposed to be listened outward with the mic, I need to switch some headphone. There we go. Hold on. Left and right. Let's pull this guy out. That guy's out. That goes in. Alright. That's hissing. Check. Alright, I'll have to deal with the hissing later. Not focus on it too much. Usually we'll have to turn this down after we start putting kicks in, so that'll be fine. I'm gonna shrink these down. Actually, I can just probably... Perfect. Do that. There we go. all the way to 9. Stay in C. Okay. That. Yes, it does. So just leave that. And I'm looking for a pluck right now. That'll be fine. Keep that silent for a moment. I'll run the bod. Like it's a base. There you go. That usually works out. And you could just stick with that. Nobody really gives a shit. And then I'll run this just because. Turn that shit down. Turn out the gain. Stereo effect. Reduce the output. Turn down the bass, I guess. Turn down the low mid. Treble's way too high. Okay. So run that and just anything. So to make this a little bit simpler so that you can hear it. Then I'll listen to this through this to make it even more simple to explain. Let's listen using this guy. So then we're gonna mess with the pattern. So that thing can stay there. That's an option. We could do leads, but just adding a kick would make this a lot simpler because we already have our fundamental drum pattern that exists with fucking Dark Tech. So let's grab the IO sample that I just have been using for the last like fucking 5 songs. I need another beer. Do number 2. Then we'll change it at about after the 8 bars. No, we'll change it up to 4. 4-bar intro's good enough. Honestly, at this point. Just line these guys up. I'm gonna set this to studio mode, that way we don't have any of those mishaps where me needing to move shit up, down. I'm gonna make it more of an issue, and then I can just actually grab the fucking thing right here, but because it's cut, I'm gonna slice it. And now I can grab a copy of that one. And now that that's even, I can slap it down. Just drag. It'd be nice to be able to control zoom out, that way it is that it could create more spacing, but I think it'd lose tracking with being quantized. So, that's a thing. Cool. That gets to be a thing. Each one hand placed. Another one of those. 8 bars. Grab another one of those. No, 12 bars, but because this is just going to play over, switch this over. Maybe I'm a little off, so yeah, it's because it doesn't start at 4/4, it starts at 5. That's why I'm a little off, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4. There we go. A lot better. Okay. That's down. Put a rumble in. Put some hi-hats in. Put atmosphere effects. And then we're going to set the activation of the gross beat as an on-off switch, basically. That's the on-off switch. That way it switches a pattern once it hits about here. And that'll stay active the entire time. So that's 100% on. That's at a certain point completely off. God damn, that thing is brutal. I'm telling you, that thing is fucking brutal. Redlining. Cool. And then we'll mess with the base real quick. And don't expand. Don't deal with that. That is annoying as fuck. We can change it, detune it, send it through something else if it doesn't work. Bass. You know, I could actually use a bass guitar right now if I wanted to, but I just hate trying to work with distortion that I don't understand. And it wouldn't have the proper resonance and fill of everything that requires white noise already. And just being able to sit through Serum is kind of just entertaining enough if I can do multi-layering with it anyways. Here... It's in C, right? Are we happy with C? Because if we hit C, there's only... We could maybe go to G, but I don't remember what the kicks is. So... It's in C. Still C. So it's C, so then we could go to G as a bass note. Because it doesn't have to be exactly C, because if it's in a scale, G's within that scale, right? Right? Depending upon the scale that you're in, yes. But, yes. So yes. Yes. Sure. Piano roll, going G. And I want to split this into 4 sections, not 3. Or I could do 2. Oh, what happened there? Not actually. Seems like it's not fast enough. There should be more notes, right? That's right, I gotta cut this. Irony, huh? It's not heavy enough. We're gonna do a 3 like we were doing a couple of days ago. Or like a week ago. We're gonna go for the 3. That'll keep pacing. So where these were split into 4s... Isn't there like a fill? It's like fill each... So fill... Each 2 steps. Length intervals. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's 1, 2, 3. Stretch those. Oh, no, move them over. Stretch them. There you go. And then that goes at a lower octave. Basically it. And then we'll remove the low end, that way we can just constantly get a bass rumble going boom, boom, boom. Just leave a sub in there, and everyone won't pay attention because it'll just be the bass. And it's not necessarily dark tech, because you're going to expect normal average dark tech is just going to leave that entire sub bass frequency without adding in an extra bass that messes with it, but I'm liking how much it kind of gives like the synthwave vibe to everything for progression, especially when it comes to like dark wave. So we're going to stick with that. Make sure that that's in line. Just duplicate that one. And then we can put this through grow speed again to make our life easier. And then set that to different pitch changes with automation clips. And get weird with it if we wanted to. And drawing them in, like you could do with dubstep, also an option. Okay. It's got like this pinching, tinging to it. Okay. So I'm gonna grab the syrup Dum Okay, so for this, I could definitely take this and leave that for the 8 bars. Alright, I'm gonna grab that other beer real quick. It's spliced open up, we'll add other bases to it, we'll fix the alignment for it. Cancel on that. Don't worry about that. Then I'll bring this over, make my life simpler. So, huge thing I'm seeing right now that I'm happy about, it's like Moon. So, fucking Hotline Miami, Game OST, Moon. Specifically, like, if you can get everything, like, fixed up to where it's set in the right position for depth, like, specifically Paris. Like, Moon Paris is kind of what I'm seeing right here that I'm liking. I'll pull it up, we'll listen to it. Just faster, yeah. It's just faster. Okay, so it sounds very hollow. So now that's there. Copy that, paste that, we'll have the same section. That's new, because it has that little thing for the added fills, so that's interesting. I've never actually seen this extra section here. Yeah, no, crazy. Crazy, crazy. Interesting. I think that's pretty much about right. Right? It's close. I mean, it's got that little twang thing going on right now. Especially here. Wait a second, if I put that on 3. Now I'm thinking chord stabs. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. Dun 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 dun. Let's find something in key. Where's FL keys? Literally FL keys to get it in key. I can have it open. Hold on. Just put a star next to it, bring it inside. FL. Kick. FL keys. So we start in C. C is that, because we're already in G already, right? Too bright, right? So I'm thinking maybe I need a hanging chord. This is my main thing. It's like weird music theory shit, so piano shit. It needs to be in the scale of whatever the fuck this thing hits a note of C, which is a scale I don't know. Nor do I know which scale it is, because I don't pay attention to that much about music theory. I mean, I could get technical with it. But in reality, something less vibrant, but we already hit G as a thing. So what if we drop it an octave? Just because it's not as vibrant. Yeah, see, even then, it still sounds happy. Was that like descending chords? Just reversing them. Perfect. So then we just use this key progression just to be able to have a different sound effect on it. That works. Because then we'll just cut that. We'll go and find something out of like a pad or something. What I'm hearing. What was I hearing though? What was the pattern like speed? Now I don't even know it anymore. So I'm thinking bun dun 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 dun, just for a build up. Fuck it. It's just stock. I'm gonna send it to the background by just setting it on 1. We did all the extra work where it was already gonna hit distortion and shit like that. Just gonna grab whatever we're working on and just trying to get an idea. So you're gonna... Really trying to go for trance there, huh? That's what happens with gates. I'm gonna drag this over here and just loop this. I could make it like trying to be like really like sorrowful and shit like that. Where's like the really hardcore shit that I need? I want something a little heavier, not to have you feeling good when you're high up on Molly, but something that I know that you just, like everything when the acid comes down, all of a sudden it's Hotline Miami. Because those motherfuckers are just gonna be dosed up in the crowd. It's probably my fucking chord right now. I'm not gonna lie. Everything's sounding too fucking happy. Probably this fucking chord pattern. No. Maybe. Okay, that's interesting enough. It's not worth keeping in my mind. It's worth changing. So, changing it though, that is a key thing. So it can just get rerouted into one. But I'm already doing a weird routing technique, so... If I just ran FabFilter Saturn right now, this thing would just totally fuck up. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, horror effects, baby. Gotta love that shit. That is a pad. Now that's a fucking pad. Grab another kick. Something that's kind of like in the space that we're looking for. Instruments, kicks, things that I have sitting around. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Let's layer that up. Don't you just wish you could drop the kick that you already placed down and reroute it through? Why not just take a plugin that makes sure that after every sound and impact that physical sound hits on the channel will play another sound effect distracting and setting the levels with inside of a plugin inside the plugins that basically allow you to reroute it to a channel inside the mixer. Just drag and drop the sound that you want to play that you're layering onto the rest of the sounds. That way you don't have to just hand pick everything back from the bottom. Sure, it may seem like extra time, but it's just gonna be you setting it in to do leveling anyways. So grab a plugin, drag it in, and you're done. I can't remember if I need to set the kick to mono, because this creates a stereo effect. I'm pretty sure I need to, so it's gonna get tacked on with the fucking imager. Just so I can send it to the mono channel. It's even here. That'll work. Then we'll just get the normal rumble going, like Darktech does. Gotta go find it again. Always misplace this fucking thing. It's somewhere just in Splice now, just because it's in the place. There it is, that's that kick that we're looking for. So it's really hard to find Darktech kicks. Something about one of the Darktech kicks like a few years ago that was in fucking Splice, since I just don't make it myself. Since that already gets rid of that's already the rumble. That needs to go in. That can go in there. You can get the rumble about there, so... Yeah, there we go. That hits. That fucking hits. So, like I was saying, getting a Darktech rumble was a pain in the ass, or just a Darktech kick, because everything seemed like it was just out of analog, and finding samples that didn't just sound like, that didn't have any like full vibrancy in space I started experimenting a little bit more with the Chimera pack from fucking Deadmau5. And what he did was, I noticed something crazy about this, and this is what I noticed when I listened to him live, because I didn't understand. I was like, why does it sound like it just, if he's smacking his ass into the mic, and he's using all of these multi-layering techniques to be able to make kicks, why does it sound like it's just like too punchy? And then why does it sound like it has all this extra shit for rumble that ruins the spacing for everything else? And then I listened to him live, and then at this moment, then I realized this man doesn't really use basses like you would normally use basses. He uses his entire sub-region to be multiplied with his kick, just like Darktech does. The Darktech rumble that we're talking about, the constant sub that's playing through, yeah, that's basically the fundamental for every fucking kick. So, where he multi-layers all of these sounds, like the smacking of an ass out of an SMB or fucking anything that he has available, to try and rework every impact to create the sound of an initial file, multi-layering all these effects to create one single kick, is the amount of sound engineering that takes for just one kick, right? But he works for different variations on this one simple type of kick that he's done, with all these extra things that he's made for space, to where you can just drag and drop the sample and it makes it simple for you, but it doesn't do the rest of the post-mastering. It doesn't make sure that you're not peaking because you've boosted the volume, and now that it's supposed to play through and be punchy, you have to realign everything that's been already compressed and put through into a fucking 0 decibel peak, and doing that in post rather than trying to expand it and squash it down with a compressor. So what he did is he expanded and made sure that he had all the resonance there, and adding all these sounds to basically boost the volume and cap it out after it is that he ran the compression, so that he could have space and room when he expanded the sound a little bit more and added other effects that would have boosted certain frequencies and yada yada yada. So multi-layering all this, but coming back to Darktech, is Darktech basically just being the kick and the rumble. The kick and rumble that happens there, but having very dark and ominous pats and tones. Whereas Deadmau5 is basically running a very nice, happy, good, vibrant feel of really high-paced progression using melodies with inside of scales that make you feel better, that are supposed to have positive vibes rather than having minor scales and descending scales. That way he can build like epic shit and still keep progression and making sure things are in a lighter mood. Which is one thing that is fun with his music and I can enjoy, but for the most part I fucking hate it. I hate dealing with the happy vibrance knowing that he's also kind of like a very cynical person to when it comes to being an asshole, because he's the godfather of fucking sound engineering, or one of the godfathers of sound engineering through analog. I still think today music, the way that EDM is EDM, and experimenting with things isn't ever going to be without the way that it is, with pioneers that were using digital equipment and hardware to manufacture sound effects that he then had to record live into samples using tape recordings when he was working at a fucking record studio. So props to the guy. I think now, because we had people more active in the community, we get better shit. Bring that in more. Again, I think all that's got to get sent through mono. So then I'm gonna grab this and send it. Wait, I have something on 4. That's the pad. just gonna route these and just send them through rather than each getting their own individual channel onto the bus. They'll sit inside the bus until it is that they get a destination. Whoa, that's 4. Not 5. That's a mistake. And then putting number 5 into mono because most of it's sub-bass. So the imager, just to be able to take it and send it into mono. With the initial impact of this kick right here that I've already removed from most of the section, so then I'm just gonna not route it there because the rest of it's sub. That could not sit in sub and that could just stay over the top. That doesn't sound as full either. Especially if I'm keeping that, but that's just such a low kick that if you take a look at it, it's pretty much all sub. And it's basically just taking it off. Like a fucking heartbeat. Now, what's gonna happen here, and this is why it's kind of fucked up, if you actually hear this. Do you hear this BPM right here at 130 BPM for a ticking heart? So what happens is if you have powerful enough subs, the entire thing rattles. The entire fucking ground. You can actually feel the entire subwoofer throughout the entire fucking area of the dance floor and the entire building, to where there are ceilings that are starting to decay and the rafters can't take it because of the construction, and they're starting to like get sunken in ceilings, right? So the real cruel thing that you could do to a person is take that supposedly synchronized, like weird alcoholic fucking idea of, oh yeah, 128 BPM, and take an actual heartbeat measurement and then just make everyone's body be forced to resonate with this feeling that's going to rattle the chest. The heart has to recorrect to this pace, and then everyone's beating at 130 BPM. That's not good. That's really bad. That'll kill somebody with a heart disease. Really hear that smacking ass too in there. I don't like how it cuts in the way that it does. That's something I can fix up later. Fucking time is it? We got like 20 more minutes to do anything with this. 20 more minutes, but good talk on the heartbeat at 130 BPM, just making everyone just feel that inside of their chest physically, because the subwoofers are so powerful in wattage, they're rumbling the ground and taking only these small tones. That's what your chest is going to be doing, whether you like it or not. because it's gonna have to match, or else you're gonna start to feel like you're having a heart attack. If your chest doesn't take the measurement of this frequency running through your body as a physical object that modifies like the entire vibration, if your body starts to fight that and choose a different BPM, your entire body is gonna feel in a lot of pain because it's gonna be shaking while it's trying to have a different set of a heartbeat. It'd be like if you took 109 BPM and then took 130 BPM and you had your normal heart ticking at 109, and then all of a sudden you just have this thing shaking at 130 BPM through your body and it doesn't match, you're gonna feel like you're having a heart attack. And that's a real fucking thing. That's a real thing, whether you like it or not. Processing power is taking a fucking hit. It's already trying to kill itself. Damn. Okay, so there's that. And then let's just grab tech instruments, drums, type, loops, then tops. Yeah, that'll work. Grab that one down there, set this to the BPM. And all those are going to end up on the same top hat channel. I'll just give that a cut, because that reason. And then after I do that, let's... That'll work. Drop that there, and then we'll multi-layer that too, and have different effects. BPM 27. Get lazy with it. Okay, so those are all fit to tempo. We'll just tack them all onto a channel. We'll send it over to 10 channels. Maybe not, because I mean, that's the bus. Sub. Mono. And just that everything. Go to 6. Work speed. And we'll level everything when I give a shit about it. Normal things is just reverb, delay, move down the delay, keep it in a stereo effect. Oh, it's reverb. The default is fine. Delay, stereo effect, not send, but normal stereo effect. Then more reverb and delay. Quick tool. Fine. It's being lazy. Awesome. Up there. Just you can run it on C. It's not shit. There's that, and then these. There you go. That'll work. It's not enough reverb on it, so that'll get placed differently. That'll just get a volume automation, just because regression. Right down, right side, because we'll get there. It'll find its way. Direct cutoff filter, because nation EQ that, forgot the EQ shelf. This shouldn't be inside the bass section at all. It's all treble. By that point, that just gets a curve. I'll leave that up there. That'll work. Now what's fun for this is I can actually take this pad, which is really awesome, and I can just send it through growth speed and make sure that it's sidechained with the kick. That'll create more movement, that way it's not constantly blaring and doesn't distract you because it'll have that space. Just bring it up there. Do it over there. Up there. There you go. There we go. Alright, it's 8 o'clock. Save it. And then we're gonna go play Call of Duty because it's about that time that we need to be on doing that shit. Alright. Good timing. That's some progression there. More shit to work on. It's number 7, so it's day 7. Lost track of that. Dark Tech 7. Okay, close that out. See you guys in a second.